So this church claims to be the most beautiful church in Krakow, and we're going to go and check it out, and then you can be the judge with us about whether or not it is.
So we're in the church now, and one of the things that really strikes me compared to churches in England is it's like the amount of detail and decoration that's done here. We just did a tour, and one of my favourite parts was this thing called the Dance of Death in this chapel at the bottom. So we'll head down there and show you what that looks like. So what it shows is how death takes everyone, whether you're like a peasant or a bishop or a king, and so it shows a dance of people alive and also dead, so check that out.
So this church has got such a rich history, and there's so much thought that's gone into all the different aspects of the building, and one thing that you can't deny is that this is definitely a beautiful church. I mean, just look at all of the altar behind me. So one of the most fascinating parts of this church that I thought was the chapel here with the relics in. I've never seen a chapel with walls that look quite so sort of pastel-y as this chapel does. I don't know if you want to just check those out.
So there's relics in this bit. I've never seen a relic in real life, so it's quite an interesting thing for me to see. So this is one of the relics, and it's the hand bone of one of the guys who did a lot of the designs here. Also, this box here transported this, which I believe is also a relic, which is huge. Also, one thing that is universal about churches like this is the fact that they all smell old. Like, you can't escape that. So this church was called that, and now what we'll do is we'll pan somewhere else and then we'll catch up in a sec. So now we're on the square. I thought that was actually really cool that we just appeared here. It's huge, so let me just show you around a little bit. Josh, what we got?
Wow, we've got loads of things. Over here we have the cloth market, which has been used by merchants for hundreds of years. It still is used by merchants, in fact. There are rows and rows of them. Over here we've got a little church.
Nice.
And then over here we have the Basilica of St. Mary, which we might go and check out in a moment. Who knows? You can come with us if you'd like.
Alright, let's do it. Should we go in?
Yeah, let's go in.
Let's go. So the entrance for tourists is this way.
This way?
This way. Let's see. Have no idea where we're going, to be honest. This way though. Follow the sign.
I've got a special sticker that means that I can take video and photos in there. Ooh. I know, look at me go. So we'll go in, and then because we can, we'll take video.
So first impressions are that it looks a lot older than that other place, and it's also a lot bigger. See? But yeah, we'll work out what it's like, and then we'll give you some details.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is that the floor is very shiny indeed. I think they've done a great job of polishing that up. Also, that's pretty cool. And Josh is playing tourist.
Always.
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 Someone's got to know what we're doing. I wonder what you have to do to become an international expert. Josh? Well, what do you think you have to do to become an international expert?
An international expert?
Yeah.
I think if you read this...
You read this?
Then that qualifies you, probably.
Right, I think we'll be able to do it by the end.
I think by the end I'll be an international expert.
Sweet. We found out.
Well, now that I'm an international expert, I can tell you that the altarpiece is the largest one of its kind in Europe. That while it is open, it depicts the mystery of Mary's joy. From everything from the Annunciation to her sort of falling asleep. And when closed, it apparently has 12 scenes of Mary's suffering on it to sort of show the reverse side of her joy. They keep it open because obviously everyone wants to see the happy parts, but it's very impressive.
So, that's what he's talking about. So the scene in the middle plus the 6 either side. It's kind of cool, isn't it? What's the verdict on the comfort level of these seats, Josh?
Pretty comfy.
Pretty comfy?
Pretty comfy.
Look, if not a bit awkward.
Yeah. I mean, you could fall asleep.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
might have a little go. There's a lot there. Pretty comfy. I'd say so. I think just while we're in here, I'll let you know that it does also smell old like the other church. So far,
There's more people, so
it's 2 out of 2 for church old smell.
So we've just left the Basilica of St. Mary now. It's just here behind me. And I don't think I've ever seen really a church so ornately decorated. Everything from the walls to the pillars had gold or paintings, images. It was just incredible. Like, my eyes couldn't take it all in. And I think it's kind of pointed out to me that I really don't know enough about Catholic saints to really appreciate the kind of depth behind the thought that goes into those chapels. Like, when I get home, probably I'm going to look at a little bit more into that, so that next time I come to somewhere like this, I'll be better suited. Also, we nearly get killed by bicyclists every time we're walking around. And pigeons.
Pigeons everywhere.
Bicyclists.
Bicyclists as well.
That's a new word.
We are going to a dragon's den.
A dragon's
den. Yeah.
A real dragon.
Hopefully the dragon's there. I think it's like a half-hour, maybe 20-minute walk from here.
Something like that.
So let's do one of those cool spin pans into that now. Okay, so behind me now is the entrance to the dragon's den. Josh is buying a ticket over there. Yeah, we'll go and hopefully say hi to the dragon because I feel like that's quite a polite thing to do. But yeah, we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here we are in the dragon's den. This man is posing for the dragon. Alright, what's the crack? It's just a hole, some stairs. What do you think so far?
I think it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a dragon yet.
No. The question is, does he actually do anything? It was really weird because I just got attacked slightly by a man with a beard and a sword. He was a Viking, wasn't he? It was really strange.
I was intimidated.
I was slightly intimidated. Right, well, quite underwhelming, really.
I don't know what's weird, the fact that you got attacked by him, or that he's now gone.
He's
I don't know where he is.
disappeared,
He's just disappeared.
I don't know where he's gone. Right.
Rumour has it, he actually does stuff. And if we wait long enough, we might see him breathe some fire. But I don't know how long that's going to take.
I wonder if we'll get attacked by a Viking again on this day.
I hope not. Are we going to breathe fire? I guess not. He's breathing fire! Live reaction from Tom. What was it like seeing the dragon in action?
I can't quite believe it. I had to come and sit down because all that anticipation, it just killed me a little bit actually. But where do you go from here?
I think probably where we go from here is
Back over there.
up there.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're at Wawel Castle now, which is kind of everywhere behind me. The cathedral, the state rooms are all behind me. We can't actually film inside, but we will be taking a tour and then we'll let you guys know what we learn while we're in there.
One thing I have learnt about this place is to come super early, because we came yesterday before it even opened, and now we're here again the next day really early, so there's zero tourists really, well, apart from us. And that meant that there's no queues for tickets, and we can go pretty much straight in and do the tours that we want to do.
We just finished touring the staterooms here at Wawel Castle. There were some huge rooms. We were saying, you know, some of the rooms here, you could fit the whole ground floor plan of a house where we're from. The throne room particularly was quite impressive, wasn't it? There were heads kind of popping out of the ceiling, like carved heads. And it's, I think, because this is the place where everybody used to be ruled from, this is where the king used to live, you really get that feeling, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
you really feel like this is somewhere that people could rule from. I'm really sorry that we couldn't get any footage inside, but if you have the chance to come and check it out yourselves, it's definitely worth a visit, I would say.
We just came, so we went out of the staterooms and went straight into the cathedral, which is this big building here. I don't know, it felt less like a church to me and more like a museum. I don't know if you got the same vibe from that.
We're used to far less opulent cathedrals, I think, and I don't know whether that's just, you know, an English thing or it's like a Reformation thing, but it felt like there was a lot of stuff on display as opposed to it being necessarily like a place where people would go for church.
So we've got some time to kill now, and then we'll go into, where are we going next?
I'm going to the royal apartments.
Royal apartments. So I don't think we'll be able to film again, but we'll be checking in again and let you know how that was.
First impressions of the royal rooms were that actually there's a lot of history to this building. I think it was definitely a more valuable experience than going just through the staterooms and sort of exploring on our own. Like, I didn't realise there was a fire, so a lot of this place had to be rebuilt, and then throughout time they've just added bits and changed the way that the rooms look and the furniture in there. One of my favourite things was you're going through all these like big exciting rooms, and then from the 1920s there's a president's room with like a modern bath that you step down into and taps and a phone and all sorts. So I think like it was well worth going actually. I think if you have a chance in Krakow to come along to the royal apartments, definitely do it.
Hey, well, with this part of Krakow in the background, we're going to finish this vlog here. Next we go to Prague, so we'll be doing another one of these cool little videos, and yeah, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next episode.